third graders. We're still working on chapter 16 metric here, and we're on page 293. Pretty amazing. We're almost to page 300. Pretty incredible. And we're looking again at the metric system, but here we're talking about capacity. We're measuring liquids. So think about, a water bottle is like about a liter. When we're measuring, when we talk about teaspoons and tablespoons, we're talking milliliters, so a drink. So one thing I want you to do today after our lesson is next time you're in the kitchen or the pantry, I want you to look at the containers in the fridge or in your pantry on the shelf, things that are liquid. So think of soups or sauces, beverages, your milk. It's going to be in standard, but they also list it using liters and milliliters. So I want you to just kind of look at that and kind of help yourself get an idea of the sizes, of the difference between 1 liter and 1 milliliter. Okay, 1 milliliter is going to be a lot smaller. So if we look, so water bottle would be like 1 liter. And if we're measuring, that's for medicine here. So it's just a small amount. We're talking milliliters there. Whereas if a bathtub, it would take 150 liters to fill a bathtub. So that is a lot more. Let's look at these. It says, mark the better unit? So if we were having to take some cough medicine here, or some type of medicine it looks like, or I guess we could think it's a spoonful of soup. How about that? We won't think about medicine. Would we measure that using milliliters or liters? Milliliters, right. A liter would be a lot. Again, think of that, the water bottle. What about here? We have one of these big, typically they're about 5 gallons. So would I measure milliliters or liters with that? Yeah. If I wanted to measure it in metric, instead of using gallons, I would use liters. How many liters are in one of those big coolers? What about the drink here with a straw? Well, that one's a little trickier because in all honesty, if it was really huge, this super extra large gulp type drinks, we might think of it as a liter. But typically, most drinks, if you look at a can of soda pop or one of your favorite drinks, chocolate milk, it's going to be measured in milliliters. Okay, so that would be milliliters. I hope that didn't confuse you. Let's look here. We have, a saucepan, right, for cooking. Would that hold 2 milliliters, or would its capacity, meaning if it was mostly filled up, right? Would we say 2 milliliters or 2 liters? Right? And 2 liters. And most of you know, like soda pop comes in 2-liter bottles usually. So if you get it in the bottle instead of a can. So if that helps you get an idea of the quantity of that. Okay, here, they even labeled it cough medicine for us. Would the measurement be 7 milliliters or 7 liters? Right, so we would, 7 milliliters. It's going to be small. What about the kiddie pool here? Again, the bathtub takes 150 liters. So what do you think about this kiddie pool? It's not for dolls. It's a real live kiddie pool. So we're going to talk about 175 liters. Yeah. Great job. Again, here, some more practice with charts. We're just multiplying times 1,000. So you're going to have the 1,000 counting pattern. Again, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just adding 1,000 each time. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. 2 liters would be 2,000 milliliters. 3 liters would be 3,000 milliliters. And 4 liters then would be 4,000. You probably had your commas there already. So let's answer the question. Now that we have the chart filled out, we can use it to help us answer the question. Deanna made 4 liters of juice for a party. How many milliliters did she make? So I'm going to find 4 liters. How many milliliters would that have been? 4,000. So over here, we're going to write 4,000 on the line. I hope that seemed pretty easy. A lot of it's just trying to get this new information to stay in our brain, add it to our files. So I want you to pause the video, flip the page over, and do the back. And when you have it all done, hit resume, hit play again, and you and I can go over the answers really quickly and see how well you did. Okay, so I've turned my paper over and you've had time, you paused your video, and you took time to go ahead and do all these. Let's go over the answers and see how well you did. Here we have a soda bottle. Would it be better, would we say 1 milliliter or 1 liter if it was full? Yeah, 1 liter. So again here, measuring cup. Okay, you think a 2-liter bottle. This was 1 liter, right? The larger soda pop comes in 2-liter bottles. So would this measuring cup have 250 liters? No, it would be 250 milliliters. So again, when you're in the kitchen, offer to help mom. Maybe mom's willing to make a recipe and you can get out her measuring cups at least, and you can measure some water. I'm practicing doing that with the milliliters just to get familiar with it. Here we have a big bathtub. Which of these fits? Well, we know from the front it took 150 for that bathtub of liters, so it would make sense. 160 is much closer. Here we have a gas can, a bottle of lotion or soap here, and an aquarium. Which would we measure with? Milliliters or liters? Liters here. This one's smaller. So again, we're going to use milliliters for that. Okay. Normally we measure in gallons, so it makes sense to use liters for the fish aquarium. Okay, just a couple more to go. Here again, we have a chart. We're going to complete the chart to help us answer the questions. We're going by ones, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just multiplying times 1,000. 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. 3 times 1,000 is 3,000. So I'm completing the pattern. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Dad needs 3 liters of gas to fill the lawnmower. How many milliliters of gas does he need? Well, I come over and I find the 3 liters, and I look down in my chart, and it tells me that the answer is 3,000 milliliters. Great job. Here we go. We're changing from meters to centimeters. So let's go ahead and fill in the chart. We're multiplying times 100. So 2 times 100 is 200 centimeters. 3 times 100 is 300. Again, we're dealing from meters to centimeters. Karen has 3 meters of ribbon. How many centimeters of ribbon does she have? So again, I find 3 meters. I look underneath, and my chart tells me that is equal to 300 centimeters. Great job at the bottom here. It says draw a line to the appropriate measuring tool. So again, if I'm doing meters, I'm measuring length. I'm going to use the meter stick. Liters are measuring liquids and capacities, so we use graduated cylinders. Measuring beakers, measuring cups. Length, again, you're going to use a ruler, a meter stick. Capacity, we're measuring liquids, so we're going to use, again, a beaker, measuring cup, something like that. I hope that was easy, and you're enjoying doing something a little different. Next time, we're going to look at weighing things using scales. So we're going to use grams and kilograms. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Bye.